Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Park Life as City take on West Country rivals Bristol Rovers. Ahead of the game, we hear from Matt Taylor and Giovanni Brown, and you can also find out how to pick up our brand new third shirt. But first, let's take a look back at Tuesday night's highlights from our long trip to Barrow.
It's an established club. Bruff with the ball in. It's well wide of goal. Brown with the lead. And Roderick Ammon stretching and straining for the... If there's anything better to do in Barrow. Might be an opportunity here, and there is indeed. Good clear. Ben Seymour, substitute, lost his starting place tonight. Zanzala driving through, keeper came out to meet him. Hutton, oh, that was hesitant, not good from Hutton. As Matt J drove through. Mayo Hutton now, he's got an overlapping run being made. The referee Andrew Kitchen speaking to his assistant. It's a red card for Mark Cooper. Notable incident of the evening. There goes the full-time whistle.
I'm sure you've all seen now our brand new third shirt, which, as you can see, I'm sporting here. On Saturday, you have your first opportunity to pick it up here at the Engagement Hub in Princess Hay, 10 o'clock on Saturday, ahead of the Bristol Rovers match. If you haven't quite found us yet, we're opposite Next and Boots. Come down, meet some former Grecian players and members of the women's team. Also here at the Hub, you've got plenty of opportunities to pick up the latest Grecian goodies, including the home and away shirts, and from Saturday, this lovely new third shirt as well. There's also a selection of pocket money items, all available with card only. Well, that was a nice little jaunt into town, wasn't it? Right, time to hear from the manager now. Here is Matt Taylor ahead of this West Country derby.
Finally, then, just touching back on the fans, I think we'll all agree the atmosphere for the Bradford game was superb, but there's that added noise now of a sold-out Bristol Rovers end, so it's probably going to be even louder.
Yeah, so they've sold out, have they? So what's that in terms of numbers for Bristol Rovers?
I believe it's about 1,100.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And we know our fans are better when there's noise at the other end. You can go against each other, you can sing against each other. They'll be supporting their team, our fans will be supporting our team. And like I say, it's our closest one. I'm sure we'll go in even bigger numbers when we go to Bristol Rovers later on in the season. And we always do. We're always well supported when we go away from home. But our fans, we spoke about them briefly on Tuesday. What was it, 195 or 197 on Tuesday night? On not a cold night, but certainly a blustery night, and they'll get battered by the wind, but I've seen a performance full of character, and that's what our fans want to see. We were obviously disappointed with our first half display at Leighton Orient. We didn't feel that was what we'd been building towards, but the fans want to see excitement as well, and we hopefully will provide that in some aspects this weekend. And you look at the clubs at our level, Bristol Rovers always seem a big club, well supported, big squad of players, a manager who is well known in the football world, and it's a game which should excite our fans as much as our players.
Exeter City are delighted to be partnering with Her Game 2, an anti-sexism within football campaign created by a group of female fans based on their experiences. One of those founders, Lucy Ford, is a Bristol Rovers fan, and she'll be here on Saturday. We caught up with her a little bit earlier to find out a little bit more about the campaign and what she thinks of Saturday.
Her Game 2 was kind of started as a result of something that happened this year to one of my friends. She got a lot of abuse on social media just for kind of laughing at a scoreline, like any of us would do. I think it was kind of a crazy result. And then we kind of came together, and Kaz, who's the main founder, a fellow Bristol Rovers fan, kind of came to me and spoke to me and said, is there really a campaign out there for sexism in football? And I was like, well, I can't remember seeing one. Obviously, we see one about racism and homophobia, which is also equally as important, but we haven't had one about sexism, and we both experienced it ourselves on social media. I'd had it from being young at school, people saying comments to me like, oh, why do you go to football, or you shouldn't go to football because you're a girl. even though it's something I love to do. And then, yeah, from there, she kind of said, oh, I've got an idea that perhaps we do a video and highlighting like the sexist abuse we've received. And I just love the idea straight away. I could just visualize just seeing us holding up the like comments on card, which is kind of what we did. And then she kind of spoke to 10 other girls from across the country, supported different teams, Newport, Bristol City, Leeds, Rotherham, and they all kind of completely agree with the idea of the campaign and had all experienced sexist abuse, whether it was online or in person. And that is literally where her game 2 came from on Saturday, the 15th of May. I think that's the date, FA Cup Day this year. And yeah, from there, I think my life has kind of changed dramatically.
Obviously, we can't go into too much detail on here, but obviously we're going to make the study available that you guys did. There's some pretty horrible language in there, isn't there? And I think people don't perhaps realise that this happened at football.
Yeah, I mean, when we did the survey, we got a great response from female football fans. I think we got almost 400 responses, which in itself was, great data to have. But reading through some of the responses, I mean, I think all of us girls felt really, really upset just reading it. And I think I only got through about 2 pages, and I genuinely had to just stop because some of the stories were absolutely horrendous. And I just thought if that was me in that position, I just wouldn't even want to go back to football. I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't feel safe. I wouldn't feel uncomfortable. And that's really kind of the whole reason behind this campaign. We want these young girls out there who love football, whether it's football, like playing or watching, and they should be able to feel safe and comfortable doing that. And they shouldn't have to worry that someone's going to come up to them and say that they shouldn't because they're female.
Obviously, Exeter City are the latest club to partner with you guys. I know Bristol Rovers are really on board. They were the first, and I think Tranmere as well. But there's quite a lot of clubs in the Football League that are starting, and non-league as well, that are starting to get involved.
Yeah, I mean, we are just so grateful for the club support. I mean, obviously, from a personal aspect, for me and both Kaz, with Bristol Rovers partnering with us, that just meant the world to us because, it's the clubs we've supported since we were little girls. But yeah, it's just amazing to see how much support is spread like throughout the country. And we're grateful to every club that has supported us, whether it's just a small gestures, just tweeting to say that they support the campaign, or put posters up at the ground, like I understand Exeter City are doing, which we are super grateful for. And as a travelling fan this weekend, I am very excited to see the posters in person, but also just going to away games with my friends and knowing that we're going to a club that if something did happen, obviously we never want that to happen, I would know that if I could go to somebody or there's a number to text and to report the incident, I would feel safe and comfortable to do that and not worry.
Absolutely. And obviously Exeter City, we pride ourselves on being such a diverse and inclusive club. I've got to ask you then, because we all know what's happening on Saturday, how are you feeling about the game?
Well, if you asked me after last Saturday, I was excited, but I was thinking, oh gosh, like we really need to win a game. Our form has not been great, and this is going from last season back in League One, where we finished dead last in the league, which wasn't a great year. But then we won on Tuesday night against Oldham, and that was a great result actually. I know they hadn't been doing too well, but our performance, especially in the first half, was really pleasing. We have a couple of crucial players back fit. Pittman came on for the first time. Aaron Collins looked really bright. Luke Thomas looked really bright, and Harvey Saunders scored his first goal for us. So that was. Yeah, I kind of came home from Tuesday night like skipping away, and now we're all super excited to come down to Exeter. And for the next game, games with Exeter are usually quite a good encounter. It's kind of quite edgy either way. I don't think there'll be much in it like the Oldham game, but yeah, I'm excited.
One of Matt Taylor's summer signings, Giovanni Brown, was on interview duty this week. Here he is with a little bit about how he's been settling in down in Devon and on Saturday's game.
When I met all the staff and the players, everyone just welcomed me from day one, so it's been very good and very easy to settle in.
I'm sure you probably had an idea in your mind of what the fans would be like here at St James Park, but we've played the Bradford and the Wycombe games here. How have you found the atmosphere here and how the fans respond to the team?
Oh, it's better than what I even expected, if I'm being honest. And especially like you said, the Bradford game, but even the Leighton Orient game, you know, and Barrow on a Tuesday night, you know what I mean, for a long journey for the fans. So to see the amount of fans that turned out, you know what I mean, is excellent for the club.
Over 1,000 Bristol Rovers fans will be infiltrating Exeter on Saturday. To find out a little bit more about the club we all know as the Gas, here is Jed Penberthy. Well, not here, that's not him. Here he is.
Stapleton Road played host to the inaugural meeting of Eastville Rovers in 1883. A few name changes later, Bristol Rovers are Saturday's visitors to St James Park. The Pirates, or the Gas to some, have been third division winners on 2 occasions in 1953 and 1990. The 2 nicknames have interesting derivations. The Pirates resemble Bristol's infamous maritime history, and the Gas was adopted from comments made by Bristol City fans regarding the smell of the gasworks next to Rovers' home of 90 years, Eastfield Stadium. In 2015, Rovers dropped out of the Football League altogether, but made an immediate return via the playoffs. Under Darrell Clark, the Pirates secured back-to-back promotions with a dramatic injury-time victory on the final day of the 15-16 season. Now back in League 2, Rovers are now managed by Joey Barton. Aaron Collins is the Gas's danger man and no stranger to scoring against Exeter City. He and his namesake Archie were both on the scoresheet last season when Forest Green came to SJP, though Archie's goal was much more spectacular. This year marks the 100th anniversary of the fixture between City and Rovers. In that time there have been 91 competitive fixtures, with the head-to-head reading 29 wins for the Grecian and 31 games apiece in the draw and Rovers win category. Saturday will be the first league meeting between the two sides since April 2016, when the Blues ran out 3-1 winners at the Memorial Ground. And finally, Goodnight Irene, Bristol Rovers' synonymous song, is believed to have been accredited to John Clapham, a worker at Eastfield Stadium. The last track he would play at the end of the night was for his daughter with the same name, Irene. He used to leave the record in the player, and that would be played at the football the following day. Now, between you and me, I'm quite lucky. City are on the hunt for 3 points, and I've got a map. Look. Just off St James's Road. X marks the spot.
Well, this was unplanned, but look who we've just bumped into. Groundsman Chaz, he's back. I know it's been a long time since we've seen him, and he's got a new toy to tell us all about. Chaz, what is this thing then?
This is my new pedestrian sprayer. Walk behind is against the tractor version that we had before, keeping the weight off the pitch. Using it for the first time today. Coming away from the granular feeds and going on to the liquid feeds. Hopefully I'll get it right, otherwise I'll look pretty silly on Saturday. But I'm being really careful about making sure I get a good coverage. But yeah, she's a really easy to use little toy. And it's spraying today, it's spraying a bit of seaweed with a bit of iron and nitrogen to help the roots and the and green it up a bit. The iron will green it up a bit, and the seaweed will get in amongst the roots and hopefully improve them. And yes, by the end of today, it should look very green because it changes very quickly.
I mean, I don't think we've spoken since before the Bradford game, actually. How's it all been going the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's been really busy. Obviously, learning how to get the best out of this pitch. There's a lot more walking. I would say I should look a lot slimmer, but that's unlikely because I like a couple of beers in the evening, and also like donuts and stuff like that. But hey-ho, if I keep walking, hopefully it won't get too bad. But yeah, been really busy at the Camp Fiddle, bringing pitches back in that we did work on. Boys are back there at the moment, getting everything ready for the players tomorrow. Chasing our own tails a little bit, hopefully, well, not hopefully, obviously as the days get shorter and gets a bit colder, everything will slow down a bit and we should get in a rhythm, of which the new sprayer is going to be part of the rhythm. We've spiked this since the last game, both with the big Verti-Drain and the pedestrian spiker, which sort of goes along with what we're trying to do. And yeah, I think I'm looking forward to cutting it on. Well, we're cutting it tomorrow and then we'll cut it again Saturday, double cut Saturday. So yeah, kind of looking forward to it, which is unusual to say after last season, with it being a bit pants out here, really, to be fair.
Well, there we go, as always, with a chat with Chaz. You learned something new. Chaz, thanks a lot. I'm sure we'll probably catch up again on Saturday morning before the game.
Yeah, look forward to it, and yeah, happy days.
As any Grecian will know, these Roman walls have stood firm for a long, long time. Someone else who's been solid in Exeter recently is defender George Ray. Here he is dishing the dirt on his teammates, including who's the worst dressed and who loves to splash the cash.
Apart from myself, right? Well, I'm probably closest with Sweens. He's probably most on my banter, I'd say. That I quite enjoy his company, put it that way. Worst? There's a few, you know. I'm going to go. Worst, hang on. I might have to cut this because I'm having a think. Actually, I do know who's got the worst banter. Sparks. He's terrible. He's actually terrible. He tries like giving me some every morning, but it's laughable. Oh, speak it, devil.
Like his hair on.
Like your nose, mate. Yeah, his nose is big and all. Dress is the best.
Because I know you've had a few team socials. Who's turned up looking the sharpest?
I'd say, right, I'll get hammered for this, but I think I do like Ben Seymour's gear. I like what he wears, but I don't think he suits it. Okay? Do you know what I'm saying there? Like, he's got the gear. He's very materialistic as well. But like, if it was on me, I think it'd look good because he don't quite suit it, but he's got good gear. I give him that. I've not seen many people on a night out yet. I've only been out with Sweens and his missus a couple of times, and Sweens has got bad gear. He looked like, I went out for some food the other day, he looked like the boy in striped pyjamas. Yeah, I'll try to get you a picture of that. I'll send it to you, you can edit onto this. Actually, I'm not sure who does the music. It might be, I don't know if all the lads give a few tunes in and... It used to be MJ. Is it? I think Nige has a bit of a say because you're going through and then just a random French song comes on, so I think he's got a bit of a say, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Snorri Sweens, yeah.
So that might answer the next one. Who's the loudest player in the squad?
Loudest?
Is it be Sweens again?
I was getting a lot of Sweens out here, but yeah, he's quite loud. He's got a bit too much to say for himself, to be fair, yeah. There's quite a few quiet players.
I'm told Alex Hartridge is always asleep, so it could be him.
Yeah, he's quite quiet. Yeah, do you know what? I'm still not remembering everyone's names. I'm rubbish with names. I'm just a face man. So I don't know. Who's quiet? I need a bit of help here. Oh yeah, Archie. He's quiet, and he just comes up to me and goes. He has this weird thing where he goes, "That's unbelievable, that is." But you know when someone's describing something as unbelievable,
he doesn't say it very loud though, does he?
If he's won the lottery or someone's died, he'd have the same tone of voice. Do you know what I mean? He would. You should have told me these questions before you interviewed me.
Put you on the spot,
yeah. I've never seen Carty put his hand in his pocket once all night, so I'll go with him. Giovanni Brown. Yeah.
Nice guy all round then.
Oh yeah, great guy. I don't know what he drinks, but it's 300 quid a bottle.
Don't forget, after the game in centre spot, pints of Carlsberg Tribute, and of course this lovely stuff is just £3 a pint. And with over 1,000 Bristolians travelling down, we better make sure we've got enough of it too. They picked up their first win of the season on Tuesday as they beat Oldham Athletic. Let's take a look at the highlights from that one. That's all we've got time for on Park Life this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, head down to Princess Hay at 10 a.m. on Saturday for the launch of the lovely new third shirt. And if you're here at the game, sing loud and proud. You were excellent against Bradford and Wycombe, but I know you can be even louder in this West Country derby. You can, of course, follow the game on social media if you're not here and buy an audio pass on iFollow, or you can watch the game if you're overseas for just £10 as well. One last thing for me to say, come on City.